A talented tactician, this is a manager loved by the fans. They know they're in safe hands with him leading the charge. Can he guide them to another win today? Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to the Riverside Stadium. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It's Middlesbrough up against Crystal Palace.
Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And Palace doing well to regain possession. Oh, it might be! Oh, big moment! An early goal! It is the ideal opening.
Well, here you can see it again. He's gone for placement over power, and it's a brilliant finish.
So Borough restart the game. A wake-up call for their players, perhaps. Can they find a response? Lacroix. Now with Mateta. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. But the danger averted for now. Roberts. Morris. Riley McGree. And room for Borough in the wide position. Roman Esse. Esse. And the pass not quite accurate enough. And a throw in then. And the ball back with Palace now. Roberts. James. The cross is on. And an opening! Oh, and he didn't miss by very much.
Yeah, he adjusted his body so well there. It's a great piece of skill, and it probably deserved a goal.
And snuffing out the danger. And Gonzalez with it. An effective challenge. And back with Gonzalez. Well, who wants to keep the ball? Nobody, apparently.
Well, this isn't a game of great passing, is it, at the moment?
Aidan Morris. Well, capable of so much better, to be honest.
Well, I expected more as well, Derek. I thought from that sort of position, he had every chance of scoring, but it's a poor effort.
Not the pass he had in mind. Borough move it forward with purpose. Well, they might be able to launch a counter-attack. Can they use their pace? And threading it through. Well, the final attempt, quite honestly, didn't match the initial build-up.
Well, breathtaking football, but unfortunately, a wasteful finish in the end.
Lindelöf. Morgan Whittaker. Could be troublesome. Fine cross into the middle. Aidan Morris. On to Whittaker. And putting it wide from there. Disappointing.
Well, the hosts have had most of the ball in the last 15 minutes, and they've created chances. It just now needs one of those chances to be taken, but you feel it's coming.
Rewarded for that brilliant high press. A chance perhaps. And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to feed on for the attackers. And Borough unable to retain possession. Finn Azaz. Well, he's certainly not alone. And halted in his tracks. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
Really sound defending. McGree. Acres of space for Borough out wide. And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. Ahamada. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Morris. And he read it superbly. And Palace will get the throw in. On the ball, Gonzalez. And he saw the situation developing. Borough moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? A fine reading of the situation. Esse. And that'll be a Palace throw-in. Ahamada. Esse. And they have possession again.
Good reading of the game.
Kamada. Lacroix. Pass, 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 and justifiably so. Now plays with a positional sense that is second to none. And Borough now in potentially a dangerous position. To level matters! Well, what a stop it was!
Well, I have to say, that's a magnificent save. That's a top-class piece of goalkeeping.
Over it comes. Electing to shoot. Well, a powerful effort, but he couldn't quite keep the shot down. Ahamada. Munoz. Well, there it is. The half-time whistle is sounded here at the Riverside. So the second half underway. Let's see if Borough are able to spark a fight back in this half. Pressing like that will help the cause. And the keeper taking care of the situation. And there to intervene. There's been so much speculation in terms of whether the transfer would go ahead, but it will go ahead, Stuart.
Well, considering the current market, this has to be a real bargain. He's such a top player, and he will certainly improve their performances.
And a substitution in the offing. Well, possibilities in the centre. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Essie. Well, make sure you join us for more Premier League action coming your way. It's Middlesbrough facing Bournemouth.
I like the look of that game. The atmosphere is always good inside that stadium, and two very good teams.
Just cutting off the supply. Not the cleanest of passages. Kamada. High quality defending. Well, they have the advantage. That's good refereeing. Sheikh Doucouré. Well, that is all about awareness. Spotted the threat and shot it down. Jefferson Lerma. And into the last 30 minutes now. Referee spotting the transgression. Given away by Borough. Well, just to point you in the right direction, we have more live action from the Premier League coming up here on EA TV. It's Crystal Palace taking on Brighton. Borough pushing forward with options available. Munoz. Lacroix. Doucouré. And out of play, the pass nearly worked out, but not quite. Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. McGree. And players waiting in the centre. Can he he convert? Careless to concede the free kick.
Well, it is close, Derek, but in the end, not close enough. He just can't get it down in time.
And Borough did well to regain control. And halted in his tracks. And that is going to mean a caution.
The referee is absolutely right. He knew what he was doing there.
A gift for any goalkeeper.
Well, there it is. The finishing hasn't been good enough. They've certainly created chances.
Oh, hang on, Stuart. Big chance here. And it's a goal. Level again. What a match this is turning out to be.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
So in business once more, on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. Kamada. Sarr in possession. Doucouré. You don't want to be conceding there. In the world, but the goalkeeper equal to it. And for more on the injury, let's go down to our reporter, Jeff Shreves.
Yes, the problem seems to be in that last challenge, he took a massive blow to his upper thigh. He's struggling at the moment, but hasn't asked to come off.
Cheers, Jeff. That's a good-looking ball. Well, you can see how fiercely they're concentrating on finding a winner. And the cross not quite imaginative enough. And deflected beyond the byline, so a corner here. Who can they pick out? Not a convincing clearance. Oh, can you believe it? With so little time left, surely that will be the winner. Amazing scenes here.
Well, here it is again. It's a well-delivered ball into the box, and then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such venom. Great goal.
So underway again, and time is tight if they have designs on a comeback. Sheikh Doucouré. Now with Lerma. Jefferson Lerma. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Drilled ball, no height on it. Well, they've got to hope that won't come back to haunt them. A golden opportunity squandered.
Well, that should have sealed the victory. It's a real waste, I have to say.
Doucouré. And snuffed out the danger immediately. Chiedozie Ogbene. Well, they have the ball once more. Munoz. And showing good game awareness. Guehi. Good use of advantage there. Doucouré. Onto Mateta. Munoz. Well, spot on with that challenge. And there it is, the final whistle. The home fans are going to be happy with this result.
Well, Derek, what a good finish to the game that was. They just wore down the opposition, and in the end, they got their reward. That's a really good win for them.